The vampire burials of Poland, when fear of the dead became real. In 2008, archaeologists digging near the small village of Josko, Poland, uncovered what seemed like an ordinary medieval cemetery. But as they brushed away soil from several graves, they froze. These were no ordinary burials. One skeleton had a sickle placed across its throat, sharp edge facing down. Another had a heavy iron padlock on its left ankle. A third had stones packed into its mouth. And several had bricks or rocks weighing down the chest. These were anti-vampire burials, real historical attempts to prevent the dead from rising. In medieval Eastern Europe, people believed that certain individuals could return after death as strzyga, undead spirits that drain life from the living. Anyone who died suddenly, looked unusual, behaved strangely, or had no family to claim their body could be feared as a potential returner. The sickle was the most chilling symbol. Placed across the throat, it was meant to decapitate the person if they tried to sit up. The padlock, often found on the ankle, symbolized locking the soul to the grave. Stones in the mouth prevented the corpse from biting or speaking incantations. Heavy rocks on the chest pinned the body physically to the earth. One of the most famous burials was a woman in her 20s. Her skeleton showed no signs of disease or trauma, yet someone centuries ago believed she posed a supernatural threat. A sharp sickle was pressed tightly against her throat, as if waiting. Another grave held a man with enormous stones placed on his chest and legs. He, too, had nothing medically unusual about him. But medieval villagers feared what they did not understand and did not take chances. Archaeologists eventually identified 6 such graves in Josko alone, and similar sites have been found across Eastern Europe, Romania, Bulgaria, Slovakia, and Czechia. In one grave, a man was found with his head cut off and placed between his legs, another variation of anti-vampire practice. But these discoveries aren't fictional, they're not myths. They're the physical remains of real medieval fear, a world where disease struck without warning, where people died suddenly, and where rituals became the only defense against the unknown. To modern eyes, these burials look brutal, even frightening. But to those who performed them, they were acts of protection, desperate attempts to keep their families safe in a world filled with superstition, fear, and unexplained death. The vampire burials of Poland remind us that the undead legends we enjoy today weren't born from stories, but from real graves, real fear, and real people trying to guard themselves from something they believed was terrifyingly possible.